Greetings. Salutations, everyone. Welcome to our first stream, I suppose, of Limbus Company. I've never tried Limbus Company before. I've been intrigued by it for a while now, and I've been wanting to give it a try, though. I promise the stout screen is usually much more serious. Yeah, I kind of thought this one... I kind of thought when I loaded this up, this looked a little different than what I was expecting it, to be honest. We've played an amount of Lobotomy Corporation. We have not beat it. Sometime I should talk about why we haven't actually finished that. Maybe we can actually finish it sometime. Something went wrong with it. Greetings, everyone, to Jaster and Chris. Hello. Number one, Rear Salt Blazer, something. I'm not sure I said that right. Let's see. Oh wait. Sign in with Steam. Okay, just a second. Let me hide this. I don't know if it's going to show login information or anything. Oh, stream elements bot is working today. Look at that. It just seems to work some days and not others, and we've had 2 days lately that it's decided to actually work. I thought it was done with downloading the stuff. Okay, so anyways, we can... I know, we can talk about Lobotomy Corporation now. I've been actually trying to decide for months now what to do about it, because we had a bit of an issue with Lobotomy Corporation that did not come up on a stream, but rather just after the end of the last stream of Lobotomy Corporation. I think the save file got corrupted or something. And we lost all of our ego equipment. All of it. So I'm like, honestly, that was extremely discouraging, I won't lie. So I can't tell you why it happened. I hit the button. That stupid button. Whatever that button's called. I wanted to show a friend of mine the button thing you can press. I was like, look, they have this button in this game that straight up like kills the game. I'm like, it's I think it's hilarious. So I showed my friend, and then after the button crashed the game, my ego was gone. Even loading the save. Also, sometime we should try Library of Ruina. It sounds good. I have not delved into anything about it other than I know it's Project Moon. It's a open page. It's a Project Moon card game, and I love card games. I love card games, so I've got to try it sometime. I really thought it was done with this, otherwise I would have had to do this loading before, but it gives time to talk. Yeah. Also, this story was getting really good in Lobotomy Corporation. It's a pretty good deck builder, I think, though its tutorials aren't the best. Honestly, I feel like I'm somewhat used to that from streams as playing games with bad tutorials. Where am I from? Asking because I like your accent, by the way. So it's kind of complicated, to be honest, and I get the question a lot, and to really answer it actually goes into it is more revealing about me and my life than you would expect at all. So I can say that I'm currently living in the United States, but details I would have to give under this. It's not what you'd expect. Clearly. Okay, I think it's nearly done. It went through a loading round, now it's going through the second. But I don't know a lot about Limbus Company itself. I know that we're a manager of sinners. I don't know what that entails and what it means. I know Lobotomy Corporation is in some way involved, maybe, or at the very least referenced in the game's description. No, I haven't read any loading the screen low because I've been trying to keep a dialogue going here. I don't like leaving a dead air. And I don't know about my ability to read the loading screen low aloud fast enough before it like cycles to another thing or something. Seems to have passed 99.92%. There we go. You know, that last 0.8%, the most difficult 0.8. Every skill consists of at least one coin.
이제 알았어? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라는 걸.
Ooh, okay. Wolf. I assume a wolf is the name tag in here. Welcome, a phantom. Random Limbus player here. Okay, let's see. Sounded like a female voice. Do you see now? You can't run from us. Me. Is that me? You do interrupt me just as I was engraving the something. Actually, no. Just as I was engraving the. You must be out of your. Lion. Whoever lion is. If we're being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's taboos. What even is taboo in the city? They experiment with insane things in it. I can't believe something would be taboo. Oh yeah, I've got all of the things. In Lobotomy Corporation we used this one.
I don't know what.
It's a filter. I don't know what I was going to say with it. I didn't figure that out beforehand. I've got all of the stuff. Hopefully no one decides to spoil or... honestly, for 95% of games I've played on a stream, no one has spoiled stuff. So at least I've been lucky so far. It's just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. You catch my drift? Would you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래
You managed to get a different pattern so fast. Do people like you always come prepared? So I've been wondering, I've seen this character, I suppose, here in outlook of the game here. Just showed up when we have me here. Is that my character maybe? Oh, taboo in the city include being a human-shaped robot or being a copy of a person for more than a week. If you've played Lobotomy Corp, I've played some Lobotomy Corp. I just a few minutes ago talked about the issues we had with it. Just wait till I get to that. You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
I guess that new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh? Oh, maybe I can't talk.
째깍거리는
You
소리는
play as a
들리네.
clerk.
속에서는 비명이라고
Dante is
치는
one of the best main characters in gachas, I think. They're both fascinating and engaging. Is this Dante? Yep, ticking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside? That is Dante. Okay. I do remember. I did distinctly remember seeing the name Dante in like descriptions of the game before. It's ticking faster, so I guess they can still feel pain. So you should complete Lobotomy Corp till then, so you can notice some of the fine references in this game. So a few minutes ago, I stated briefer than I did a few minutes ago. I went into some description as to what happened with it, but we kind of got a... my save of the game was kind of, maybe it got corrupted or something along those lines, and I found that extremely discouraging. And yeah, damn it, why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. The was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네.
What? They've gone quiet
그럼 슬슬
already.
끝내자.
Let's get this over with. This game will spoil a lab corpse ending almost immediately anyways, not gonna lie. Like, that's one of the reasons it's been like a handful of months, because I was like torn between do we go back to Lobotomy Corp and possibly like have to restart the game, or do what do we do? I think I should move to the other side of the screen. I just realized, because we have the title of who's speaking here. I don't want to cover that.
늑대, 여긴
Wolf,
누구도
this
오지
place
않고
is-
누구도 볼 수
This is a
없는
place
곳이야.
no one visits,
뭐가 그리
and
급해?
somewhere none can see. What's the hurry?
우린 가르침을 따라야 해.
Good luck on the
시간을
gambling.
끌어서는 안 되니까.
Hopefully. We must follow her teachings. We can't drag on any longer.
그렇지만
Yeah, but this is the
우리가
moment of a
살면서 언제
lifetime.
이런 녀석을
We're not gonna
죽여보겠어.
get a second chance to kill someone of this caliber.
사실 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야.
Lion, you have a
공부하사는
tendency
구분하면
to grow too emotional doing your jobs. I hope you show some discretion.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어.
It's a shame. I wanted to have a look at your face.
알려주지
I
않겠지.
reckon you won't tell us where your star is, right? Like hell I am. I'm taking location to the grave with. I like the ticking. Damn it, where was supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군.
Right, no mouth.
자연히
Which in tune means we won't learn how to acquire it from this person.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure. Huh?
이거 무슨
Hey,
소리야?
hey. What's with that noise? Don't tell me. Hanathu, did you allow yourself to be tracked?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도
No,
없었어.
there was no one that could have pursued me. Perhaps a wild animal.
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
That is not the sound a beast would make. It's
버스.
Bass? Limbus.
저런 어떻게 여기까지 굴러들어왔지?
How did it even end up here?
조난당한 버스인가 본데?
Must have taken a round tune.
길을 잘못 든
The
죄값.
price they'll pay for taking the round will be heavier than they expect. That's the thing that like gave me pause. I'm like, Limbus? I'm like, I was suddenly thinking, is there a connection I should have made earlier? Is this a connection at all, or is it a coincidence? I don't know. At the very least, it's a pun, and I approve of puns.
사자가 미운
Bastard
거야.
lion's strength.
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
If my eyes are still right, then you will reach the harbor of glory. Who are you? The nameplate says Faust. I've heard the name Faust associated with this game before.
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
You've lost your way in a dark forest. I'm sorry. What?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요. 왜일까요?
That bump is shaped like a lion. Yet you were not overcome with fear. Why was that? That's... I could simply lift my hand to find the star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을
Now repeat
떼내면서
with the how
제가 하는
what I
말을
tell you
마음으로
aloud as you remind yourself of that image.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. So I'm assuming here. Is this? So I'm assuming here this part. Now repeat with your heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself of that image. Is referring to the fact that so far it seems that Dante can't talk, doesn't have a mouth to audibly speak. So the repeat with your heart is the only way Dante can repeat it. If I'm following. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the sting of several chains penetrating in my chest. That doesn't seem good. Your inability to attack will actually be a very relevant part of their arc. They're often dehumanized and objectified because of it. That sounds like a fascinating character arc to me. It sounds actually like a sort of character arc that I'm interested in. Did I just moan? No? I gasped.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장을 못
I don't
쓰게
know
된
what that noise I just made though. A screech? I don't know. Relax, though it may feel otherwise, your heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed.
단테,
Oh, it
이제
says
저희는
sinew number 2
당신의 시간이
above
귀속되었습니다.
Faust. Dante, from this day forth, we are bound to your time. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면
The
당신의
beating of your
시각이
heart
어디 위치하는지에
now
따라
depends
달렸습니다.
on where your hands fall.
잘 부탁드려요.
Faust's nameplate is cerebral pink instead of brown now. I didn't catch that, but you're right. I had noticed that. I didn't catch the change though. I hope you'll make a fine leader. So how I'm liking the character design in the game. Our?
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that really everything, Ishmael? I assume it's... I like the literary names. Ishmael, Dante, Faust. I do like classics. The Limbus... wait. Is there any chance? Is there any chance there's any character referencing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Because that's my favorite one. Any chance? That would be fantastic. Is that really everything?
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
Probably not, I'm guessing. Not as popular as some. But you know, if there is. A single apple has fallen. This guy's still not making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
Jeez, the weight was killing me. Finally some action now.
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지? 우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
We're meeting a bunch of characters all of a sudden. What is the Stretch miserably writhing on the ground? Are they to be the newest addition to the team? You might wanna watch your words. I heard that's our soon-to-be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
Fun fact of I did know that the Greek for Otis for nobody was Otis. Does that mean that Otis is Otis? Is Otis a certain a nobody? Because Otis is no relation to Cyclops, is right? The attack must have happened in an instant. I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people, and what's up with the bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고
We are bearers of justice who come to aid you, and this is the magical bus that takes us wherever we wish to go. Otis is on quite the odyssey as of now. Many years long. Is it an epic odyssey? Justice, Bus, I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요?
Wasn't that what you expected to hear? Either way, you're better off believing us to be your saviors.
시간도 없고
We're
유리한 상황도
racing
아니니까
against time and the situation isn't in
하지만
our
한 번만
favor.
설명하죠.
Let me explain this once. After some time passed. So if I'm not mistaken here and I do as you've said, those total strangers will fight for me? Correct. So long as you give them the right orders. Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was and... What was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로
Calm down.
기억이 온전할 리가.
It's only natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
You should focus on the struggle at hand, Dante.
뭐라고 불러야 할지.
Howden, I'm not sure how I should address you.
시계 지휘관님?
Would Commander Clark
전투
suffice?
명령을
In
내려주십시오.
any case, we await your
뭘
orders.
명령까지야. 각계전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
What? I can't quite tell what all is going on with this Grago guy's arm and hand here. I'm curious though. Do we really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way. That's a roach arm.
저기요.
Hey!
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
Quit running your mouths. We just need to crush them all. Metamorphosis by Franz
최선을
Kafka.
다해주세요,
Okay.
단테.
Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Okay. These characters have me intrigued. I love classic literature. Let us begin by learning the basics of combat. Please direct your attention to the dashboard here. You will be using the dashboard to relay your commands to the sinners. They were all a bit mean, but that's the appeal. I mean, honestly, I think that's fitting for classic literature, to be honest. You will find each sinner's skills on the dashboard. The controller scheme is simple. Simply drag from the left end of the dashboard to the right end to change the skills. And you are ready to... Interesting. Allow me to guide your hand. Press and hold the gear on the...
금방 다녀올게.
That's interesting. Obviously, I have no clue what skills I just used now, other than it's pretty clear. But I don't know what they do. I mean, yeah, no. I assume I don't know yet. I'll learn later. But it strikes me as an interesting way to have combat. And that is how you, the manager, issue your orders. Let us try that again. Look at the dashboard, grab the chain from the left gear, and connect the skills along the guiding line to command us to use them. Fun fact. If I'm not mistaken, the gender of the sinners depend on the number they have assigned, depending on if it's even odd number. They are male or female, I don't remember which. Oh, that is interesting. I'm wondering how many of the classic literatures of these I've read. I'm certain I haven't read all of them, but I'm certain I've read some. Shadow, you electrocuted yourself there. Try not to do that. I use the dash, grab and drag.
좋은 전략이네요.
So this chain thing actually reminds me of some board games I've mentioned before on the stream. That I'm really into board games. And this reminds me of some board games I've played. The chain system here. Now please issue a command. Oh, do I get to choose it? Okay, so mousing over the skills does highlight which sinners using them. It does not seem like, at least as of yet, I have any way to see. This is my personal theory. I think the sinner numbers are based on importance or strength. I won't go on to spoils. Wait a second. Okay, it shows where the character is going to attack. There's also arrows above here. I feel like I wanted to be closer to the enemy there, but I'm not certain at all.
행동을 개시합니다.
I clearly barely know what I'm doing right now,
금방 다녀올게.
but it's fun. That's what's important, right?
이해가 되지 않는군.
Oh, back to
이런
Panther.
것들에게 사자가 당했다고.
I don't get it. This is what lions struggled against.
잠깐만.
Whoa, hey Nan. I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we can tack this.
이건
This
이상적이지 않소.
is unideal.
처음부터 말이 안 되는
I
싸움이라고
knew it was a
생각했는데
ridiculous idea to put up a fight against them.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
Oh, y'all kidding? I haven't even... What the hell is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win sad fights. What?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. There's like the 3 skills that each sinner has 3 skills of weariness, strength. The skills call out their sin affinities. Don't electrocute yourself, Shadow. Okay, so you were waiting for this? You have some hidden code up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수라기보단
Not necessarily a trump. No, rather
별을 따라가는 거죠.
it's about following the star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가?
What is
Some
this?
유쾌하진
Some
않군.
kind of suicidal performance? Not the funnest lives to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Who's talking? Tell the serpent this false lion.
막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
Man with red eyes. Who is this? This flow cannot be stopped.
붉은색.
Red? But why?
내가 왜 팔다리만
Do
잘라낸 줄
you
아나?
know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야
Because
사지
at least
멀쩡한
one
내가
of you
저들을
needs to
데리고
be able to carry the rest out of here. That's a good line. That right there. Do you know why I only dismembered those two? Because at least one of you needs to be able to carry the rest out of here. Remember that one, yeah.
달아난 팔과 다리를
And
대체해주는
you're the
놈이
only one
나밖에 없으니
left to offer them any help.
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면
Don't glare at me like that. This is nothing compared to what you did.
그 정도 부상이면
With wounds like
위에서도
those,
충분히
I'm
할
sure
일이
your
있다고
boss will
생각할 거다.
recognize that you did your part.
헌장전이라고.
Consider them a medal of honor.
아니면
Unless
여기서
you want
명줄로
this to be the
싶은가?
end of your life. Who are you? Are you one of them? You're too late. They're already.
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다.
No one is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건
There is
오직
only one thing we need.
되돌릴
A little
시간뿐이니까.
time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest as though my heart were being torn asunder. Followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. You! Oh, look at this. In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive. Do we have a... Is that... Okay, that's cool. We can hide the UI and see this full picture. Was the deceased's flash reconstructing in a bizarre manner?
앞으로도 끝내주기
You'll
고통스러울
suffer
겁니다.
plenty from now on, Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. Ooh. Dante can revive the 12 sinners, but they have to experience the pain the sinners did to Andrew. Cool. Also, I wondered if the clack thing would be involved with something, and that at least seems kinda related. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
The background music here seems a little more upbeat. Abode Mephistopheles. Is this a train? Oh no, bass? The bass? Is they're being itchy twitchy. Did they get up? I don't know who's stacking. Still don't know who's stacking. Awake at last. I would have been a tad disappointed if you croaked on us. It's the Limbus.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
Fresh morning. This is Karan, the bus driver. Cool. Unless I'm misremembering things. I wouldn't think Karan would get along well with Otis, but maybe I'm wrong.
아침은 아니지만
It's not moaning, but I guess it's refreshing.
기분이 어떻습니까?
How do you feel, Dante? It's both a train and a bus and a boat sometimes. Okay, because I looked at this interior and I was like, train, and then my mind went, wait, but it was a bus. Okay, I'm not crazy. Well, maybe I am, but on this point, maybe I'm not.
제각거리는군.
Tick-tacking like a clock.
의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법
Some language barrier this is.
저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다.
You may call me
이 말이 제대로
Virgilius.
들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도
If you can
취하시죠.
understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of a reaction, Dante. I gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔 문제가
God, at least your hearing is
일단
functional.
출발하지.
That's right, Karan.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now departing. Boom, boom. There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was on aboard a bus. A bus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past. Also, I've realized, okay, when we were on the title screen of the game, the title screen was a little loud, so I turned the overall volume down, and I'm realizing I'm not sure if I should turn it back up to what I normally have it at for streams. I haven't been paying enough attention since then. I'll keep an eye on the volume levels.
당신이 누구였는지는
Do you remember
기억합니까?
who you were? I shook my head to say no. I had been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을
It
되찾고
seems
싶겠군.
Dante's head was previously not a clinking mechanism. I suppose you want your memory back, am I right? I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
매끄럽군.
Smooth as it
다들
gets.
이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Oh, wait! I kind of feel silly. Just a second, I'm just looking something up. Am I crazy? No, I'm not. Okay. Smooth as it gets. What's to stop the rest of you from adopting this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스트 씨?
Any words of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이
So, I just realized that. Okay, this is Virgilius. And. I have no idea if I'm getting the reference right. But I assume it's a reference to the Roman poet Virgil, who was in Dante's Inferno, who I assume Dante is from. So Virgil is spelled V-I. You're exactly right. Okay. Nice. I've translated some of Virgil's poetry back when I took Latin. Karan is the afterlife ferryman and the thing if I read. Oh wait. Yes. That makes sense. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking for some reason of... it's throwing all of these names that I kind of recognize and like I'm trying to place them at the same time as I'm playing it through the game, and I'm placing and not placing all of them quite right. I heard Karan and for some reason my mind went to... Well, I mean, it's similar. It's another Greek name. My mind went to Charybdis, but they're both in the Odyssey. I doubt we'll have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air. Dante? Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요.
Dante is your name.
잊으셨군요.
The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgi, or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
Post can hear what you intend to speak. You really can? But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꿔서 생긴
Outdated
건가요?
ideas must be one of the side effects that came with your head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위의 발성기관이
It's
있어야만
anachronistic
대화를 할
to
수
think that
있다는 건
vocal organs such as the
이야기죠.
codes OTAN are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic, right. Never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼
You
수도
can
있고
limit the recipient of your,
모두에게 전달할 수도
your
네.
있다는
words to one person who choose to speak to everyone at once. Ah,
모두라는
a little
말이
clarification.
수정해야겠군요.
When I say everyone,
수감자들에게만
I'm
해당하는
only
이야기예요.
referring to the sinners. Okay, so Dante can only communicate to the sinners,
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
the people who have taken seats behind you,
방금까지
and the
당신을
ones
대신해서
who
싸운
fought in
사람들이
your
말하는
stead
겁니다.
until moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가?
Who is
얼마나
this?
기다렸는지 모르네.
What? Ooh! So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast? How can I have yearned for this moment?
아 형씨. 머리
Say,
돈
Pat,
어디다가
where'd you
팔아놓겠어?
sell your old cranium at?
당신이었군요.
So it was you.
당신 덕에
Thanks for
벽살나
putting my
있던 척추가
spine back
말끔하게
into one
돌아왔어요.
piece. Were you a surgeon or
둥지에서
something in the
의사일이라도
nest?
다들 닥쳐라.
Everyone quiet.
자궁이 겹치는 것만큼
Nothing is more
불편한
displeasing
것도
than
없어.
to hear a choir of noises.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군.
I suppose you all owe them a brief introduction.
그럼
I'll give
가벼운
you
인사를
time
나눌
to make
시간을
yourselves
주겠다.
known. Starting with the
앞에 앉은
closest one.
것부터
Go on.
왜 이런 건 항상 앞자리부터인지.
What is
앞에 나서는
it?
이제 진절머리가.
Why is it always the ones in front that go first? I'm sick of any sort of lead now. Number 13, Gregor.
당신이
Gregor?
우리를 이끌.
I heard you were gonna be our boss or yeah, our manager. Manager, Dante. Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지
Yeah,
굉장히
which is
궁금했는데
why I
말이야.
was really curious to meet you and
역시 뭔가 말을
forming the
만들어.
right sentences is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까.
Don't know what you did with your old dad, but I guess everyone has their story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다.
I'm Gregor.
잘 부탁한다고.
We're in this
관리자
together,
양반.
manager bud. Okay. Okay, we get like a profile thing. Okay. I don't know what this first word is. This isn't English, is it? That's like German? Drago. The sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts of the whole of his body to transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace resembling that of the tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obliged to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. Oh wait. Ungenweiser. Maybe. The German word for vermin. Interesting.
그래.
Do they all have a German word with their
이제부터
titles, with their names?
엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테
Greg, they aren't just your bad old pal. You're talking to the person who will make us filthy rich. Sinner number 9, Rodion. I'm not immediately struck by who this might be from literature.
그래?
Greg? Rich? What's that about?
양반보다
Oh, crime and
Dante.
punishment.
이름으로 부를게. 당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
Okay. Let's see what's better. Dante, don't call me if I mean, don't mind me if I call you by my name. I don't know why I'm messing up this sentence. Don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me Radia. Let's see what's better. The unfortunate traits of being Backstreet's Bone, our appearance in the cine. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so it is advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her supervisor. Pakan, split in Russian. I would think something along that. Oh, and it's an axe, I think. I think that's an axe. I think. Crime and Punishment is on my list of books to get to sometime, but I've not actually read it, though I do know a fair bit about it. Your mood may be down at irregular intervals. There is nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. And okay, actually, one by one we'll go. The previous one was not one that I've read. We talked about what he was. Gregor was from Metamorphosis. I have not gotten to Metamorphosis. So.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가 된대.
I think there's a good reason you became our manager. I'm sure you used to be a big deal back in the nest, right? When your old habits start coming back, we'll be that much closer to rolling in dough. She does have sociability, I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀.
Oh gosh, look at me keeping on. Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Sinclair. We haven't seen Sinclair yet. Good day.
시시해. 그게 끝이야?
Boring, that's it?
싱클레어라고 해요.
Oh, I am Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, the sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as a split innards at first, as there may be those with violent tendencies. Among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on a positive reinforcement with the sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. By his age, they mean early 20s, Vogel? Beard and German, okay. I don't think I've read what he's from. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he just join the company? Did he even join the company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요?
Is there anything else I need to say?
처음이라.
I've never worked for a company before.
뭐 앞으로 남은
Well,
날은
you'll
많을
learn the
테니까.
ropes in the coming days.
그럼 거기
Okay,
괴짜
then
친구가
how about you
같이
next,
하자.
newbie pal?
이상이라 하오.
Yisane. I am Yisane. Yisane from the book Yisane, written by Yisane. You haven't read it. Formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Ween, this Sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with this Sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own. However, if the Sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. His name means ideal odd, and that's all. One second, need a drink. All of this reading. That's it.
이상해요.
No smoke or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something, but he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요.
I can't believe you people aren't proper introductions. The first step to being a member of society.
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael, if you please. We will. We will. We will. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry. This sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgment, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget this. This sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a round turn with her, it will be a difficult task to regain her trust. I've read this one. I've read Moby Dick. I didn't much like it, to be honest. I like the premise of the story. I didn't like the author. The way the author wrote it. Could have done better. I'm not saying I could have done better. I'm saying an author could have done better. But this isn't my book review of Moby Dick right now, so I'm just going to cut it off here.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
I heard you glued our bodies back together from pieces. I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
Sorry to disappoint, cause I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프, 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker for property and people alike. I haven't read this one, I will say. If they're going to choose a revenge character, what about the Count? The Count of Monte Cristo. He's one of my favorites. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. Oh, that purple against the... his thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. his brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he is the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만
Not under anyone's orders, mind you. I only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you'd better watch out.
나는 윗사람이라고
I'm
거들먹거리는
definitely
사람한테
allergic to cocky gaffers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난
Don
동키호테일세.
Quixote. I haven't read Don Quixote, but I know someone who has and really liked it. Tis my turn to speak. I am Don Quixote. There is no sinew that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionada of all things Pixar, she adorns herself with a variety of Pixar-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She is deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. Impossible dream in Spanish. I would think, from what I've heard of it.
그대와 함께 꿈을 향해
I am a
달리는
fixer who shall sprint for your dreams side by side. A pleasure to have thee. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가?
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city.
도시에 대해서도 제대로
Perchance
기억하지 못하는
thou mayst struggle to remember the city. 'Tis.
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했다.
I believe I said this was for brief introductions. Since we're not getting a profile page for Virgil here, I think I should say whether I've read his story now, in case, since we're going through all these. I have read Dante's Inferno. So I have read Virgil's. I've also read a number of Virgil's poems in the original Latin. So yeah, about two versions of Virgil. The one Virgil is from and the one that character is based on.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
Don't make me say it twice next.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요.
My name's Hanlu. I hope we can get along well. A senior who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. But occasionally he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by certain other sinners or other aspects of the low lives, lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it. I don't know this one. I don't think.
우와, 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가
Dream
보죠?
of the Red Chamber. Yeah, I haven't read Dream of the Red Chamber. Since they're not going in order of the numbers, I mean, I have no idea how many of these we have left. Wow, and look at you, isn't that a fascinating hat there? A popular model these days, I suppose? No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은
It's
아니지만
not of my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
The hell's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. But when he realized the rat gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
It's Ryoshu. Okay. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the executive manager. But some creeds you will have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that the senior in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during a battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act, and a step backward for act. Caution. This sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her read personal resentment towards you. Forget what Hanlu's weapon name translates to Ryoshu's as well. She is from Haliscreen. I don't know.
요르슈크.
Sure, it's nice to meet you. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Mirror Salt, please refer to me as such. So Lil, Mirror Salt, Metal Hand. The Stranger, a French novel. Okay, I've heard of The Stranger, haven't read it. Actually, I think a friend of mine has it. Has the book on a shelf. I think I've seen it on my phone. Once clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. He seems interesting. Also, they're clear and concise. I can see from the description right here. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다.
This isn't anything
그저
special.
보통의
I'm
태도입니다.
simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Mercy.
네,
Yes. It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. Otis! The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting. I almost felt compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를
Please,
굽히려는
I would never make my manager grovel before me.
본인은
My name is
오티스라고 합니다.
Otis. I would like to
이전에
apologize for my
사과드리고
rudeness earlier. But there's nobody. This scenario could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a muddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life. I can't tell what weapon that is against her side. Could be a blade or could be... I'm not sure. A gun sword, okay. I would have thought bow, but gun sword seems to fit. Making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike the other scenarios, accessing records pertaining to the past of this scenario is not permitted. As far as I know, it's a type of blade original to ancient Greece, but I don't remember the name. Cool. Warning, keep an eye on the sinew and beware that she does... that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. I would think so, yes. I would think that would be a good piece of advice. Yeah, so as you may have figured, many years ago, like ages ago, I read through the Odyssey. It's been a while. Loved it though. Loved it. Rudeness?
이건
Oh,
참
please, your
마음까지 이렇게
generosity
넓으실 줄이야.
is a humbling sight.
역시
I knew at
처음부터
first
저희를
glance
이끄실 분이라는
that you
걸
have
한눈에
what it
알아봤습니다.
takes to lead us. Greetings, Plagas. Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은
While
서로가
most
맞붙어
humans
소음과
cause
마찰을
noise
이끌어내지.
and friction as a result of
그중
confrontation,
소수는
some are
맞붙는
able
것으로
to reap
서로에게 이익이 되는
mutual
경우가 있다고
benefit
합니다.
from coming hand to hand.
검을 날카롭게 벼리기 위해선
Could be
그만큼
compared
강한
to the
숫돌이 필요한 것처럼
relationship between a blade and a whetstone.
누구보다
I vow to
관리자님을
serve
위해
you with
헌신하겠습니다.
unrivaled devotion,
써주십시오.
executive manager. My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수
I'm
있네요.
amazed at how you can sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserably writhing rat. I think I see
제가
now.
마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Oh, Faust. We hadn't gotten to Faust. Seems I am the last. Faust is the name. The sinew who developed the engine of Mephistopheles. The bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there is no hope of her pouting with it. Ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out. Faust by Faust? What? Walpurgisnacht. Walpurgis is night. I haven't read Faust, but I know a lot about Faust. I've researched it for things before. I've found Faust to be I don't actually know. I haven't gotten to reading it yet. Yeah, I actually did know what Walpurgisnacht was, surprisingly.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
Let me take a drink before I read tomorrow. 1 second. A genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요.
Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다.
Well, it's fine. You'll come to learn all in due time. Learn what?
파우스트가
Faust is indeed a brilliant mind.
관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
When a proverbial tree falls, the fact of its sound cannot become truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay,
소개는 여기까지.
that's enough greetings.
단테, 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고
They're
있어요.
asking if the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that rat-eyed man couldn't hear me unlike the sinner. Wait, we've met the sinner. Virgil is labeled as a guide, right? And Karan is the driver, right? Okay, so I'm wondering, the thing that I'm wondering is, okay, so because Virgil is a guide and not a sinner, he can't understand us, I'm assuming. And I'm also wondering if, not that I know if it's relevant, but if Karan can't understand Dante either. Karan, Virgilius, and Dante from the Divine Comedy. Yes. I haven't read the whole Divine Comedy remotely, but I've read through them a few now. So, yeah. Come to think of it, sir, yeah.
맞습니다.
That's
관리자
correct,
단테.
Executive Manager Dante.
당신은 지금
You will
소개받은
embark on a
이
trip to the
수감자와
Inferno
함께
with the 12 sinners
기행하게
who've
될
just
것입니다.
introduced themselves. The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는
You're asking why
이유를
they need. You're asking why they need to travel to the Inferno. How about
지옥의
this?
끝에는
Treasure
검이
awaits at the end of the road. Would that
그렇게
suffice? You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
They can't seem to get you at all.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를
I
묻은
did
것도
not
아니죠.
ask for your understanding, Dante. Nor was this a question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를
You'll have
붙잡고
to
싶다면
listen to me if you want to reclaim your memories and original had. I mean, I do want them back, but
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트 씨,
Miss Faust.
단테가 계속해서
What will we do
거부하면
if Dante
우린
keeps
어떻게
on
하는 거지?
refusing to cooperate?
거부할 거란 예상은 없었잖아.
Was not a scenario we anticipated.
무슨 말씀을?
Remember, Meersalt
Faust는
is the
모든
best
것을
character in
예상합니다.
the game. Always use him and always pull for him. Alright. Preposterous. Faust anticipates every possibility.
모든
Dante,
임무를 마치고 나면
once you've completed all your missions,
당신은 성위를
you'll
새길
be
수
able
있을
to
거예요.
engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
See there? They're nodding.
좋아.
Good.
계속 가면
Then
되겠어.
we can continue.
그런데 카론,
By the way,
아까부터
Karen,
왜 출발을 안 하고
why
있지?
isn't the bus
좋았나?
moving? Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아. 베르.
The bus driver only snoozes at rest spots, Virg.
내피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Muffy.
카론 말했잖아.
I told you,
버스에
Karen,
무슨 일이
if
생기면
anything
꼭
happens with the
알려야
bus,
한다니까.
you've got to let me know right away. Muffy, who's that?
메피스토 팰리스.
Mephistopheles,
이
the
버스의
name of this
이름이죠.
bus and
버스를
the engine
구동하는
that runs it.
그리고
And Faust's
파우스트의
magnum
심혈의
opus
기울인
cordis.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가
An
아닐
ideal
수 없지.
ferry boat to bear us across the inferno.
그렇게 생각하지
Wouldn't you
않습니까?
agree, Dante? I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply. I mean, hey, you know, it's easier to just ignore someone's question when they can't even understand your answers in the first place, honestly. It's like, why even bother?
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한
Looks like they're
쥐새끼들이군.
just another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다.
This is just the right time, Dante.
지휘를 연습하기는
You should make
더
perfect
할 나위 없는
targets for
조건이군요.
practicing your command.
단테 처음 전투에서는
Dante, I
생략한
skipped
부분이
over many
많았어요.
details during our first battle.
제대로 설명할 시간이
We were short on
없었습니다.
time after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만
However,
전투가
will it be
이루어지면
slaughtered frequently
항상
if no
돌이켜날
improvements are made to your strategy?
당신은 우리를
I feel a
살리기 위해
little
의미없는
insulted here.
고통을 느껴야만
Will be
하겠죠.
slaughtered frequently if my strategy doesn't improve. And in turn, you'll have to endure senseless pain over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was...
네, 당신이
Yes,
시계를
we were brought back to
돌려주었기에
life because you
우리는 살아나는
tuned
거랍니다.
back the clock. I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust.
자잘한 담소는
Save the
나중에
chatter for later.
너희들
Sneers, up the bus.
전하차.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. Oh, here we go. You can send every scenario into battle at once, yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not be an easy task. Therefore, I will inform you of the appropriate number of participants depending on the particularities of each battle. For this occasion, 5 seniors will make an appropriate pose. Select 5 seniors you would like to deploy this battle. Select the lower half of each senior's count to deploy them. First, select senior. Oh wait, I'm not picking, am I here? Senior Yi Sane.
앞장서시오.
Well done. Select the rest. Oh, I get to decide. Oh wait, no, I
따라가겠어요.
don't.
네.
Okay.
내가 필요해?
Never mind.
최선을 다해볼게.
This is exactly the team I was going to pick, yes. Perfect, yeah. Exactly.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
These seven-sided icons floating above both the allies and enemies had so-called skill slots. Oh, I see. Because you haven't issued a command by chaining the skills yet, the allied skill slots are currently empty. When I was in this part of the tutorial, I was mad as hell that I couldn't pick Mirza. I wanted to actually pick characters here too. Grab the chain from the left gear and chain it to one of these two leftmost skills on the dashboard. Grab the chain. As you can see, the skill you just changed has been equipped to the skill slot, yes. Equipped skills are displayed on the skill slots floating above each sinew's head. When the combat phase begins, each sinew will engage in a battle using the skills equipped in those skill slots. Drag from to equip every sinew with one of the skills. Well done, and now select the gear on the right to issue your command, and the sinews will enter the combat phase using the skills you've equipped to them.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Now please issue a command. I still don't really know how to pick between these.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
A clash occurs when the sinew and their target use attack skills against each other, okay? In a clash, their power is determined primarily by the skill they are using to clash. And in this clash between two skills, the skill with the higher power wins. I assume it's +7 versus +2. Oh, 9 versus 4? If they are the same color and the same sinew column, it means they are the same skill. They can't have two skills of the same color. The larger the decoration on the skill, the stronger it is. Pay attention to the enemy coins. When a skill loses a clash, it will lose a coin. Even if a skill loses a clash, as long as it has remaining skill coins, the two skills will continue to flip their coins and clash until one of them loses all coins. The skill that lost all of its coins in this clash will conclusively lose the clash. This means that the unit that won the clash gets to attack, while the unit that lost does not. Let's see how power, which determines the outcome of a clash, is calculated.
금방 다녀올게.
This numbers the skill's base power. I see. Before it flips any coins. This numbers the skill's coin power. Here you can see how many coins the skills have. The number of coins determines two things: how many times the skill can lose a clash before losing all of its coins, how many times the skill hits when it attacks. Each coin that flipped heads will add the coin power of that skill to the base power of that same skill. I need a drink, just a second. The formula for a skill's final power is as follows: base power plus number of coins flipped heads times coin power. Coins that flipped heads will glow while the coins that flipped tails will appear dimmed. The resultant skill power is displayed here. Ishmael's Lager had the higher skill power, so the enemy's skill loses a coin. As seen in this example, they will continue to clash until one of them has no more coins. The unit, winning clashes is one of the most fundamental aspects of winning the battle. Okay. Yep.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘.
Okay, that's it for this tutorial.
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는군요.
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away safe for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
We worried over the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
No need for
마침
concern.
가야 할
That's the
길이었어.
direction we were heading anyway, Charon.
발판을 꽂고
Paddle
신나는
touches
기분으로
metal.
달릴게.
Up for an exciting ride. The sinews you have deployed in the last encounter will automatically be selected for the next, saving you the trouble of selecting them again. Feel free to change them before entering a battle, however. Select to... You said to feel free to change them. It's not exactly making me feel very free to change them right now, I have to admit.
목적지는 호기만 쏘.
This time, let us learn about SP or sanity points. SP has a maximum value of 45 and a minimum value of negative 45. You can go into that on sanity. Please note that the sinner's SP values can also be viewed here next to these orbs adjacent to the portrait icons on the dashboard. Now please issue a command. What is that? Some words popped up there. Gloomers? And favored here? And neutral there, and straggling there. But I don't really have choices here, so...
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Each unit's SP values change based on certain triggers. They tend to heal SP when with favorable triggers, winning clashes or killing enemies, and lose SP with unfavorable clashes. The higher the unit's SP value, the higher the chance to flip heads when flipping skill coins. Raz means resonance. The skills are slightly stronger because... okay. The allied units all won their respective clashes in the previous turn, which healed their SP. This put us in a favorable position. Please issue your next command. I see another row of abilities up here, but I can't use them. I assume I'll get to that.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Please direct your attention to this unit's HP health point bar. This thin line here is called stagger threshold. When a unit's HP drops below the stagger threshold line, they become staggered.
오, 생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
Okay, wait. Certain passives only activate when you have a certain amount of resonance, certain amount of skill, so the the roads that favorite straggling neutral, etc. is the likelihood you win the clash. Ooh, okay. Good to know. Staggered units cannot take any action and take double the damage. Can my units get staggered? Yes, my units have lines too. Ooh. Unopposed means they won't have to clash and ooh. Now what? What is this one? It's purple.
행동을 개시합니다.
34, 40, 40, 45, 40. You have put the enemies in panic states by defeating their allies in the previous turn, which dropped their SP. When an enemy's SP drops below a certain threshold, they into low morale or panic states, which inflict them with negative effects. Units in low morale or panic states are marked by these labels. Actually reminds me a little of Darkest Dungeon 2. I haven't played the first game, but Darkest Dungeon 2 I have. Wait, is that the name of the game? Yes, it is. Okay. Units in low morale. Oh wait. Each unit gains different effects from entering low morale and panic state. Select the icon to learn what effects this unit is suffering from.
행동을 개시합니다.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
손쉽구만.
Here we go, victory.
잠시만요.
Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는
I joined
정체되지
this
않고
company because I was
나아갈 수 있다는
told
말에
that
여기에
I'll be
합류한
able
거예요.
to advance my career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도
But
아니고
right now it's
계속
nothing
의미
but
없는
meaningless violence. Like we're rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소.
I object to its meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
Please just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼 이런
Anyway,
농약 폭력단
if
같은
we're-
행동만 명령할 거라면
If all we're gonna do is
다른 일을 하는
beat
것도
up people
고민해봐야
under
할 것 같아요.
orders like hired thugs, I'll have to consider changing jobs sooner or later. Also, the more sanity I have, the more likely for the coins to flip hands. 0 sanity is 50, 50, 45 is 19, 95. And hearts and okay. I assumed it was just 50-50 period, but okay. That makes sense.
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는 허용될 수
Resignation is
없답니다.
not permitted. Do
계약하면서
you
말한
think
이야기가
the contract
거짓말이라도
has any sway
계약이 효력이
if
있을
it's
거라
based on
생각하는 건가요?
lies?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까.
There were no lies on it.
네? 설마 제가
You didn't
르피스토
think
팰리스를
Mephistopheles
그저 운송만 하는 버스로
was built
만들었을
to
것
be a
같아요.
mere means of transportation, did you?
루피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서
What is
울어.
that noise? Mafia is always hungry. It keeps crying. The basket's hungry. Yikes.
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는
When
부상.
the engine ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you
강해질 수
can grow
있어요.
more powerful.
이상 씨는 잘
I'm
알고
sure you
계시겠죠.
sane.
거울
I mean,
속에서
ye sane
모든 가능성을
knows this well.
끄집어낸다면
When all the possibilities are drawn from the mirror,
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
there is no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Does Yisane have a gun as a weapon? I'm trying to actually check and visually look at what each character's weapon is. No, that's a dagger. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Okay. Possibilities. You draw what exactly? One of Mephistopheles' various functions is extraction. You can collect various identities and ego from here. Select the extract button. It's time for the gacha? Ooh, standard extraction, extract 1. Oh, look at that interface! Oh, I like the interface.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Ishmael. With impeccable swiftness, I will undo them silent. Be sure to pull on the mute salting. Target extraction, it will yield you great results. I don't know what as far as I will say. Okay, I do like the overall story of Ishmael and Moby Dick and all. I just did not like some of the style of writing of the author. Just revisiting that. That Ishmael is an assassin and that, ooh, you have acquired a new identity. Collecting new identities and ego will be contributive to improving our combat performance. I am familiar with how good ego is, at least in the Batman Corporation. Now let us return to Battle Drive window. Wait, is the currency we use lunacy? Inferno. Salva obscura. Salva. Select the top part of the sinew cards to swap them out for a different identity. Select sinew Ishmael, if you will. From this menu, you may select one of the identities you have extracted to deploy them into battle. Please select the newly acquired identity for Ishmael. Good work. Selecting identities appropriate for the particularities of each battle is the path to victory. Now select the to battle button.
목적지는 호기만소.
Interesting.
그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
I see. This is what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요.
There's no
이스마엘.
need to get impatient,
버스가
Ishmael.
향하면
As the
자연히
bus goes onward, you'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks.
목표에 도달하는
I know you're eager to
마음을
achieve your
재촉하고
goals,
있겠지만
but do try to have
참으라고.
patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는
Since this
거니까.
works by whisking out
기억이
one
조금 더
of our
쉬워졌을 거예요.
limitless possibilities from the mirrored wallet, it'll have overwritten a part of our memories. Oh wow.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해
Whoa,
보이는데?
hey man, that sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 아니게
What
되는
if
거
I'm
아니야?
no longer my old self by then?
여러분은 테세우스의 배가
Don't
아니에요.
mistake yourselves for the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을
While it's
빌리기는
true that you
하지만
borrow the
주도권을
identities and
일부러 소개되어
memories,
있지는 않아요.
the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나
Different though your reflection may be,
벗어나면
it is bound
거울
to
속의
vanish
흔적도
once you walk
아니지.
away from the mirror.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게
How
달렸어요.
our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의
It is
다양한
up to you
가능성을
to place the
가장
most
효과적인
effective
타이밍에
figment of
더 쉬운 일을
possibility
하실 테니
and us at the right times.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
I believe that's what you call a metamorphosis. A metamorphosis.
일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
Yes, I suppose you could say that it's a form of transformation.
어? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서
Golly,
알았대?
will you learn big words like that?
주워들었다.
That's
이 사람
exactly
저
what I was
사람
thinking.
많이
I was
만나봐야
thinking,
하는 일이 있어.
Gregor, where are you? I picked it up. My prior profession required meeting people with various occupations.
변신이라.
Ah, here he is. Gregor, why? I don't know how to say that. Vironlanha.
단서는 끝났나?
Done chatting.
일단 길부터 뚫자고.
Let's make the
어차피
way
지겨울 정도로
first.
붙어 있을 테니.
You'll spend more
어떤
time
말을
together than you'd ever ask for, so keep that convo for later. That's just metamorphosis in German. Okay, okay. Select a unit to view their detailed
뭐야?
info.
내가
Whoa!
보고 싶었던 거야?
This is where you view each character's basic stats. Guessing health, like speed, defense. This is where you view this unit's list of skills and upgrade progress. Zayentake wa Aleph. I'm familiar with those. You may also select an enemy to view their detailed information. Each unit has resistance values. Use these values to determine what attack type or affinity they are weak against. Each skill's damage is classified by 2 categories: 3 attack types and 7 affinities. Ooh. 3 attack types, 7 affinity. Oh, it's the 7 sins, okay. The 7, deadly sins? The target's resistances to these categories can either increase or reduce the damage dealt to higher resistance. Okay. Check your enemy's weaknesses and select the skills that can exploit them to deal more damage. It seems to be normal on all of these. Oh wait, no. That's on these, but I assume that's slashing. We want to deal a slashing damage.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
원하는 것은 찾으셨소?
Wait, where is...
내가 무슨 실수라도 했나요?
Oh, wait, here. It's the damage type. Oh, there it is.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Okay, so... Oh, and it's also on this. Okay, so... These guys are all like... We want a lot of slashing damage. We can't do any slashing damage here, so I'm just... No, There's more slashing damage, and I think this is also good because I tried to match 2 blue and 2 orange.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
In most cases, the units with the leftmost skill on the dashboard will be the first to attack and to act on allies. Starting with the allied unit highest on the deployment order, an ally gains 1 additional slot with every passing turn. This means that they gain an extra opportunity to attack. It's better to prioritize skill effects than its affinity when choosing one of the... Okay, the main thing I was going for there was slashing damage because it had just told me to keep in mind resistances, and I'd noticed that all of the guys are like, wait, is this... Yeah, no, they're all super weak to slashing. So I was using like primarily slashing. But wait a second. Oh, I can. Wait,
원하는 것은 찾으셨소?
Oh. Can I... What is sinking? When hit by an attack, take fixed SP damage by the pact's potency. Then reduce its count by 1. Gain a poise. What's poise? And hit gain a potency-based chance to deal critical damage, reducing the count by 1 at the end of the turn. Reduce. I just realized it actually says those in the keyboard section to the left. I'm learning. Poise. Lead. Okay, so I'm still prioritizing some slashing, I think. And inflicting a sinking. I think that's better anyways. What are they? If the target took damage this turn, deal 10% damage. If the target... This is hitting this. That target hasn't taken damage, so I think we'll go with this one. And that's not a choice, so it doesn't matter. Bleed or bleed? They're both favored. Ah!
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 완전한 침묵.
Bleed or bleeding. Use one of these buttons to let the sinews choose what skill they want to use. However, it must be emphasized that leaving the sinners to make their own strategic choices could lead to suboptimal combat performance. It's like an autoplay, I assume. The class outcome forecast appears at the top of the screen. Beside each selected skill, please note that the forecast is not always perfect, but it is serviceable when quick decisions are necessary. So currently, these two,
내가 무슨 실수라도
Sinclair
했나요?
and Yisane both have two actions, while the others all have one each, right? We're doing a sync in the... We could gain a poise. They're both dominating too. But one's slash. Rapture. What's Rapture? When hit by an attack, take fixed damage by the effect's potency. Seems good. Sure. Poise. I don't know if somewhere in the chain of the characters already taken damage this turn. I'm not going back to check either. I think
해보겠습니다. 제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
yeah, honestly, I don't like using autoplay buttons in games for the most part. In a Star Rail, I use the autoplay only when I'm doing like mindless dailies, but like in any content that I'm actively working through, I don't really use it because it takes the fun out of the game for me using it very much. One enemy left. I'm just going to go. Surely we can just...
해보겠습니다.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
Yeah.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베리,
Road's clear.
내 피가
But weird.
달리기만 했어도
Mappy could
길은
have run
뚫렸을
them
거야.
over just fine. Huh? What did I fight for then? The tutorial, Dante. You're learning how to do the combat system, Dante. Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgilius stepped in.
진정하시죠, 단테.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지 못한
It's not
아이에게
right to ask a
달리기를 시킬
toddler
수
to
없지
run when it has
않겠습니까?
yet to take its first steps.
걸어볼 기회가
You'll
있다면
need every
직접 걷고
opportunity to
나서
try and walk
달리셔야죠.
before you're made to run.
그리고
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은 관리자,
as the manager,
저들의
it's your
관리를
job
하는
to
게 업무입니다.
manage your staff.
나는
And I
길잡이,
am the guide.
어디를 가고
I decide where we go
개척할지는
and how we arrive there.
알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. Ooh, red eyes. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me? I was actually just thinking the same thing there.
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지?
I heard
씨.
ticking. So what did they say, Ms. Faust?
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
감정을 성대하기도 하는군.
Some of our both agreements, that was. A nod should be enough to let me know that you approve, Dante.
그럼 매피 출발하자. 야호.
Now, Muffy, off we go. Woohoo!
결혼 기분이 어때?
How are you feeling, Karen?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것
Extreme
같습니다. 카론.
excitement about to work on you, reports Karen.
좋아.
Good. So where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
Eugilius, I'd like to know the destination.
말했던 것
I
같습니다.
believe I told you that already, Dante. But just where are we going? With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. Ooh!
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now,
지역으로
출발하지.
출발하지.
Vroom. I just decided I'd be quiet and turn the music up for this part. Oh, it's the Dark Forest. I liked that. That was good. We're not sure what decope does actually. Do we have a Is there somewhere I can rewatch what just played there? That little sequence that just played? Like not now, but later, as in, I kind of want to rewatch that later. Two extraction tickets can be used to prove. Yeah, well, yeah, but I wouldn't even know the first thing to look up to find that. On Limbus's YouTube. Okay. Alright, sounds good.
그대 드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Let's see how we can continue playing through the story. Now how do we live, lament? Wait, by Millie? I could swear I've heard something by Millie. Wait, does Millie do... Did Millie do the opening? Yeah, oh, I listen to Paper Bouquet by Millie all the time, okay. That's what I was thinking. Evil tutorial Faust, not letting us gamble. Millie does the opening for the anime, The Executioner and Her Way of Life, which I like that opening. The opening's called Paper Bouquet. Good anime. Well, I like it. Select this button to continue playing through the story. Actually, though, I think now's a place to take a quick break. And then we'll get back to this while before we start this bit of the story. Executioner is a goated anime, and I'm like, oh, glad to hear someone else likes it too. I don't know if they're ever going to come out with a sequel of it. I might need to read the light novel or something sometime. But yeah, quick break, then we'll get back to this. Be right back. Alright, we are back. I've actually been meaning to watch Executioner too. It is good. I like it subverts certain parts of the isekai genre in ways that I enjoy. I enjoy when things take genre and subvert normal things about them in ways that make you think.
베르,
Bug,
앞에 장애물이 있어.
luggage ahead. Permission to vroom vroom. I have to say I like Karen. I like Karen. The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do. Wait, does Dante have eyes? I assume this is Dante. Nothing that there were, not that there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. I don't think they do. Okay. It's closing their theoretical eyes. They theoretically have eyes, and that's what is closed. My lack of had and memories certainly don't help either. There's a game, and I haven't played through all of it, and it's a game I'm considering sometime of playing on stream. But there's a game that has a character whose name is theoretically blind Bob. He's not blind, but theoretically he is. He's a funny character. My lack of had and memories certainly don't help either.
그래, 계속 지나가자고.
Alright, let's proceed.
덜컹덜컹.
Okay, here come bumpty bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘 먹었다고 그랬어.
Expensive water fluid. Vuk said he paid a fortune. The clamps stuck to the window gently dissolve, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey! It felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. But, I mean, glasses. Know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me bad guy, didn't you?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once again, my name is Gregor.
당신이 시계 대가리가
The
아니라
same way you
덩치라고
called
불리듯이.
Dante and not Clockface. Couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반. 우리
Say.
지금 어디로 가는 거야?
Baskerville, where are we headed?
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요.
He's talking about calling him by his name, and then he calls Karan Baskerville. One nice detail about Gregor is that he loses his right arm in every universe.
당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고
Oh, here we
부르듯이.
go. Oh, I didn't even notice what she was saying. Once again, my name is Karan, the same way you called Gregor and not Bag Guy. She got you there, Gregor.
삼촌도 못
She
건져.
really did.
베르가 말했어.
Vuk said,
수감자들은 사구로 간다.
the sinners will go to District 4.
방금 사구라고 말했는가?
What? Oh! Did District 4 fall upon my ears?
그곳은
That place is known to be home of the Grass Maiden. 'Tis the origin of the heroine's journey, and 'twas the...
그때부터 시끄럽게
Bloody hell, you're rattling on and on and on. Can't you just shut up and let the trip go in peace?
나는 아까까지
Why, I had remained silent until mere moments ago.
말 대답하지 말라고.
I said to shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to realize You're being allowed here.
죽어도 살아난다고 해서 아프지 않은 건
Even
아니야.
if you can't die, Yoshiro's Hal can save you. No, so say that again.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게
I say the
폭력이라니.
right thing, and your
수준
first
알만하네요.
response is violence. Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the pout where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Everyone here is so well adjusted. Yeah! Now, guys, it's advisable to lose. It's inadvisable to lose your.
모분초도
Trenches?
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지.
Right against noisy crying hags and tails scragging.
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수 없다네. 그대는 내가
Did they
응징하지.
just break out in a free-for-all fight or something? Senseless violence shan't be forgiven. I will bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
I knew this would
옷에
happen.
피가 튀었잖아.
It left a spot on my
저기,
clothes.
꼭
Look,
내 옆에서
do you guys
싸워야겠어?
really have to fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination, and they've killed 3 of our own. That is.
이거 잠깐 한눈이라도 팔려고 하면
Can't take a
사고를
small
치는
break without anticipating trouble. Can I?
너희 넷
You for
이번 달 버스
cleaning duty
청소다.
for the next month.
어째서?
Such unfairness! I merely sat the hand of justice.
잠깐, 내 옷 빨래도 포함시켜줘. 피는
Oh,
와인이랑은 다르게 잘 안
also
빠진단
tell
말이야.
them to do my laundry too.
비싼 건데.
Blood doesn't wash off as easily as wine stains. Sheesh. Dry cleaning is costly. No one bats an eye at lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how I'm exactly supposed to bring them back. I think you have to feel the pain, Dante.
단테 시계를
Dante, I'd like
돌려주시겠습니까?
you to turn the clock back. Tune the clock?
아, 그런 모양새면
That must mean there's a puzzled look on your face.
기억해두죠.
Puzzled look where your face should be. I'll keep that in mind.
파우스트 씨,
Ms. Faust. Eugilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of
처음
obligation.
만났던 날에도
It's the
당신이
same
했던
thing
일을
the
말하는
day
거예요,
you
단테.
did the day we first met, Dante.
그때는 본능으로
Though I
해냈던
suppose
거겠지만
that was more of an instinctual reaction. Dan is one of the best personality-wise. I like Dan. Cute. Yosho abbreviates a lot of her sentences down to Rhodes' first letters. Nobody understands. Oh, I see. Yoshu is an average internet user, by the way. Everyone except Sinclair people who aren't online and don't know the abbreviations. Okay. Wait, can I? Let me see Ryosh. I see. Okay. That wasn't confusing at all. Bugilius reminds me of Light Yagami from anime Death Note.
자,
Now
다시
let's
해보죠.
try again.
눈을
Close your
감으세요.
eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blacking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instruction here.
사실 문은 어디에
In fact,
있어요.
the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만
However,
보이죠.
only you can see it, for the stars
왜냐하면
never sat in your
당신의
sky.
하늘엔 별이 지지 않았으니까.
By the way, Limbus and Arknights releasing their collab soon. It's only in Limbus where Faust News get an Arknights Ego Plus collab story. Oh, cool. Wait, I'm trying to remember something. Let me do a quick internet search. Right, okay. Oh, only because he holds a notebook. Oh, I see why he reminds you of. So, to me, it only makes sense that Virgilius holds a notebook because I'm most familiar with him from his poetry, and to me, a notebook seems appropriate for a poet. I've never played any Arknights for myself. I did, however, before the stream, see the news on Steam of the Limbus Company X Arknights thing. What kind of game is this? It's a gacha strategy game. However, on the wait, I read that. At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced that light. Greetings, cowman. Then I saw a space. Oh, look at this. I was alone there, and a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seep through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles, as if it's what I was born to do. Oh! Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I grope about in the door. Thousands upon thousands of lost whales lay within. And reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl up my hand and to my arm. Ooh.
고통을 나눌 준비가
Out thou prepared to share the pain. The only strategy I have is in a Pokemon. I actually play a lot of strategy games, probably even more offline, off stream than I play on a stream. But I love strategy games. I don't play them as much on stream because sometimes I feel they're not as good for watching. I will take my leave and rest all of your lunacy for pulling upon me all in my absence. I will take it into consideration, and thanks for dropping by. Could that have been a question, or rather, pressure to comply? I pulled forth the sinews, grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spreads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all of this agony. I feel to kneel atop the pool of blood and helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in bloody pools, gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the flow. Soon that blood soaking the ground coalesced into 3 masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished, just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus.
목이 베어졌다가 붙어버린 심경은 어떻지?
How does it feel to have your head back after it was severed? Was it exciting? Right as... 1 second, I need a drink. Just a second. Right as Heathcliff is... Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going straight into another fight. Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury. Actually, that brings up an interesting question. What happens if he would kill a Dante? Can Dante bring Dante back, or someone else bring Dante back?
어차피 살리는 게 대기 할 일 아닌가?
Isn't it your job to bring us back?
할 거 있으면
If your
가짜는
job stand and
시대가
step aside before I knock your dumb clock off.
잠깐만요. 단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것
Please,
같은데.
wait, Dante looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we really should... Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved in the side of Sinclair's head. Wow. Dante cannot bring Dante back, sadly. They even have a self-destruct button. Wow. The incoherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears.
시계대가리.
Next time, Clockface, you're crashed.
이만하면 알아들었지.
Are we clear?
정말 생긴 대로
You really are as close as you look.
한 번 죽어서는 만족을
Was
못하나?
dying once not enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Oh, you time traveled? How do it just to die? Huh? Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in a thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로
It
교정해둬야겠어.
seems this team's in serious need of discipline. The sinews on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. It does seem that they do listen to Virgil. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스 안에서는
Do not let
무기
me hear
부딪히는 소리가
weapons
들리지
clashing
않는
inside the bus.
이 순간 이후로
If any of you
이
break
규칙이
this rule,
깨어지면
as of now,
너희는 내게 제발
you're
죽여달라고
going to be
애원하게 될
begging
거야.
for me to let you die.
난 충분히 그럴 수 있는
I'm
사람이야.
sure you know
알지?
I'm capable of that and more, right? Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Okay, actually, I thought Sinclair was dead. So, maybe, yeah. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테, 미안하게 됐습니다. 시계를 한 번만 더 돌려주시죠.
Limbus is just Virgilius and his 14 adopted children. Chiron plus Sinews. Dante's Sinew number 10. Well, Virgilius is one of the strongest humans in the entire city. I would hope they'd listen to him. I have noticed that he does seem extremely strong. Dante, I'm sorry about this. I need you to rewind one more time. That's been said, Virgilius has been a part of an orphanage, same one where Charon comes from. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgilius's face vanished as his expression shifted.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을 때 문을 여는 게 좋을 텐데.
You'd
관리자
better
단테.
open up while I'm still feeling generous enough to ask and offer apologies, Manager Dante. Oh,
단지 아픔이
okay,
두려운
in
거라면
case you're
그래서
refusing,
고개를 젓는
simply
거라면
because you
기꺼이
don't want more pain.
도와드리겠습니다.
I can gladly help you with that.
그 정도의 고통에는
This
눈 하나
degree of
깜빡하게
pain
말이죠.
will feel
그럼
like
견딜 수 있지
nothing.
않겠습니까?
By the time I'm done, surely you'll be a tougher person afterward, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가? 관리자님이
Did I
분명
hear
거부의사를
correctly?
내비쳤던 것 같은데.
I'm pretty sure our manager clearly declined your request.
당신 기어드는
예.
박자가 잘못됐군.
This is not the time to step in.
입사할 때 나의 상관은 네가 아니라 관리자님이라고 분명히 들었다.
I was informed when I joined the company that the executive manager would be my superior, not you.
관리자께서 고개를 저었다.
I would say that the manager has made themselves clear with a shake of the head.
그래, 보좌관께서 나서시겠단 말인가?
I see. So their aide has decided to step in. Is that it?
그렇다면 보좌관께도
Well, it's my turn
충분한
to
의미를
make clear
전달해 줘야겠군.
what I mean. The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I really think Dante should listen. I'll be honest. From the amount of lobotomy corporation I have played, I do know there are some scary things in this world. Like really properly scary things exist in this. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager, or if I even deserve to take this role. I think they're more red than pink, Shadow. But I felt that I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. He's literally called the Rat Gaze for a reason. Yeah, and that's how we were introduced to him, as the Rat Gaze, too. Bugilius noticed me motioning here to stand down and withdrew the red glow from his glare, as if in a mutual
잘
understanding.
생각하셨군.
Does seem he can just tune that on and off. Good thinking.
관리자께서
As you wish,
그러시겠다.
manager. Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The rad dough greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it in full. Anyway.
고맙습니다.
Thank you very much. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. His eyes were tired, so he turned up his glowing eyes. Rewards! Hey, but now we can look at the menu. It's not forcing me to think. Wait. The Identity Archive has their canon IDs, and that's really cute. You can configure various teams from your 12 Limbus Company sinews and their identities. Oh no, there's a big bit of tutorial we've stumbled upon. In the Sinews window, by selecting a Sinews identity portrait, will show a list of the... Select the All Identities or All Ego button and right to view the full list of identities and ego for all Sinews, making it easier to design your team loadout. I'm skimming this part. I'm not reading this whole part aloud with how many sections it looks like, isn't it? I feel like we've already kind of over some of this part in the tutorial anyways. Announcer button. Team names, team detail, ego resources. Ego resources. Select the right panel to view the identities that gain the selected ego resources and the ego that use them. Support identities that your friends have registered here. Interesting. Backup units. In the normal battles, you cannot deploy more sinews than the participant limit. However, in chain battles, you can deploy backup units. Project Moon mentioned. Yes. I've been a fan with it too. When a participant Substitution. Yeah. You have woken the horde of Project Moon sleeper agents and lows for it. Honestly, so far people have been really good at not spoiling any low. And chain bundles. Okay. Okay. What's window?
하루가 저물어가는 동안
Is this like the main menu? It kinda looks like it. Wait, so we can do some polls, right? Okay, there's... Oh, here, this has to be like the beginner one. New managers welcome extraction. I have 13 viewers watching? Oh, that's fantastic. That's above average. Certainly. Either way, oh yeah, if anyone wants to friend me, I will, where was that?
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
Oh, I don't know where the friend menu is. I'll accept though. Back to the extract. Extraction remaining 20 times. And my experience playing gachas, the stouter hull banner is always great. The front thingy is on the bottom left, next to the level thing. Friends! Wait. I don't know how to... Accept. Boom. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm curious. What are the probabilities like in this game? Individual rates are rounded from the category ego identities quantity rate. Oh, of course, the rarity is Wahi Tath. I should have known that that's how the rarity would be. Okay. Paid 0. Create. Okay. Ego rarity is in the Zayn Alpha thing for IDs. It's 0, 0, 0. Wait, so is... Are you saying that Alephs are the 000 ones? Oh, am I understanding that right?
혈기분들은 악독하면서 끈질겨요. 그러니까
Season 5 Pain Hunt
준비해야겠죠?
Office Fixture. Honolulu. Blood fiends are not only vile, they're also very persistent. So we should make sure we have everything ready to take them on, right? 0-0. A vampire hunter. Okay, we want to do that again since it's just out to 1, I think, right? That looks better. Alaska, we're streaming. Oh, probably ending within an hour. The egos of the move ultimate thing that spans sin resources based on abnos. The IDs are playable versions mirror world of the character. Okay.
이런 구질구질한 색의 고기를 시간 내서 먹고 있다니.
T-Cope Class 2
차라리 아예
Collection
모른 채
Staff.
잘했으면 좋았을 텐데.
I can't believe I'm wasting my time on this gross colored meat. Makes me wish I'd never seen color growing up. The 0-0 underrad and the 0-0-0. Friend requests and I will make sure to make it. T-Cope is by far the most horrifying thing about this game. I was curious. I'm like, that has to be the T section of the city, right? T-Cope is referring to, I'm assuming.
신속하게
Faust, right? Yeah, Faust. W-Cope, L2 cleanup agent. And I'm assuming that's the W section of the city. Your problems will be dealt with post haste.
의뢰하신 생존자는 무사히 데려올 테니까
Sinclair.
손가락은 치워주시겠어요?
Association West Section 3. Season 5. Well, I'm not sure what the Season 5 is about. This has to be at least the second character I've seen that on. We'll rescue the survivor like you requested, so can you stop pointing that finger at me?
안녕 안녕. 장미 스패너 공방 대표 로자야.
Hello, Private. Presenting the rap of Rose Spanier Workshop. I'm Radia. Season 2 Rose Spanier Workshop rap. Rodium. Season 5 is the period that the ID was released. Okay. I'm assuming if I'm understanding everything correctly, that's the highest rarity I've pulled so far, though I don't know necessarily if that's the highest rarity. Okay, so also currently it looks like there's a standard extraction, target extraction, and mirror salt, and uncope ego contempt. Wait, no identity, target extraction, uncope ego contempt, Ryoshu. Claim the stuff in your mail. Ooh, good point. Mail.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
Do not expand your lunacy, please. Oh, look at this. Claim all. Nice. Oh, what's that? 3-star guaranteed. DAC extraction ticket can be used to perform tan extractions where 1 3-star. I didn't. Ooh. Save for the Auknights collaboration? I don't even really know anything Auknights related, other than that one streamer I watched was a fan of it, but I didn't even watch her streams of it.
그대 드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Greetings! I'm conflicted on how to pronounce your name. Wowie? Wowie? Very special limited event, please save. Can I get both collab characters and non-collab event characters from it, or is it just collab characters? You just started playing too? Seems like it's a good time to start playing. What's that? Banu. You need to. What's this? Pass missions. Wait, oh wait, huh? When does the wait? I have this open. Auknight. It starts. The Auknight teen. It looks like it starts in just under 2 weeks from now. The Auknight collab starts, if I'm reading this right. Which, who knows, maybe I'm not. Oh, it's the, yeah. So, okay. Here's the one reason I am hesitant to completely save for the Auknight thing, is if it only gets Auknight exclusive collab stuff, then I'm not getting stuff related to this property from it, which in some ways is fine, but I just started this game and I'm eager to see things related to, you know, this world and this property. Part of the reason I'm playing it is because of how much I enjoyed this world in Lobotomy Corporation. So if I can even get lower rarity characters or something from this world and not just from Auknight's collab stuff in it, I do see merit in saving for it. What's this buns? Is this the shop? Maybe? I don't know. Every single thing that has ever been in the gacha and it is completely free. What? Ego shrouds. dispensers where you get shouts of the character to get. Everything is free. Speaking of which, wait, I did want to see what the announcer's thing was. Can I look at what the other ones are? Tifereth? So wait a second. When we played Lobotomy Cop, it was me doing the voice for these characters and okay, wait, catching up. Well, Purgus IDs don't come out until Purgus Night happens. You can get them in Dispense or in Gacha. This includes Purgus Night related IDs. So if you wanna dispense them, you got Dispenser. Okay. I suppose I can probably look online to actually hear what some of these voice lines. So it kind of feels like I should be able to actually preview the voice lines of the announcers in the game, to me, honestly. It would make sense if I could preview them so that... Can you... Wait. Can I click on... Can I look at question mark announcers will present spoilers for few? That's what I figured. Is there any way? Can I look at in this menu without going outside of the game? Because I know I can with going outside of the game, just in an internet window. But is there a way to in-game view the other versions of these characters that I don't have? I'm like, look, wait, up there. Oh, there. Yes, I saw it. I found the button. Okay, they all have a pretty similar amount of characters, varying about within 3 of each other. It looks like. Interesting. And can I... But I can't... The game cares a lot about keeping things equal across every scenario. I'm glad. You should shout for Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Wait a second. Ooh! Oh. There's so much to the interface that I'm figuring out. What is this? Something's marked on the interface. Wait. Back. There's so much. But wait, I just got a character. What character was it? Radan, right? Radia? I want to have that selected. There are those rare moments when I deep after to its broken mechanics, or it can be okay. How do I see? Still, I'm looking for a way to like examine it to see. To see the details of these details. How is it? Ah! So this is the like rarest character I got, right? So I want to just, I'm not checking all those others right now, but I want to look at what the rarest one. Okay, wait. Had hit trauma and hit gain charge. Resource used by certain effects skills, its count can go up. Okay. And then there's vibration compression. Unhit and inflict trauma count and inflict trauma at 3+ charge count. Reuse this coin if it lands hard up to 2 times. The coin is reused twice and inflicts trauma, then trigger trauma boost. After trauma boost, raise the target's stagger threshold. Oh, that seems pretty cool, honestly. Level up, uptie and level up. But I don't have anything to. Uptime is this game's form of ascension. Yes, I see. Trait keywords. Oh, skill. Oh, I can look at what that one is though now. Ah, seems good. Defense, passives. Oh, passives. Ego, sanity, panic effects. Ah. What is this? Oh, cool. You can look at the full picture. Lacked until appetite 3. Oh. Boom. I suppose let's just go to drive. And do the next part. We've spent a while looking at stuff, so let's do a little more. In the story mode, you can borrow IDs from fans. Ooh, cool. Select 2 battle to begin the encounter with the currently deployed sinews. No, wait, let me deploy sinews. This game is mean. It tells me to... which characters do I even have in this team right now? I don't have my fancy new character.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
I'm sad now.
저기 질문이 있네.
Pardon me, I have a question. Danny Quixote suddenly raised her hand. Shoot.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다.
Really, I understood the first rule well. What is the second rule then? Really? Why are you so eager to learn that? Gilius gave a cold stare to Ryoshu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a
두
peculiar
번째
face.
규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
Don't
담배
litter
꽁초
the
버리지 마.
bus with
자국
cigarettes.
남으니까.
They leave burn marks. Is he making it up on the fly? I can't tell. The bus falls silent
잠깐.
again. Now
버스의
wait a
정적이 흐르면
second.
안 되지.
The bus
엔진
shouldn't
소리는
be
어디 갔나?
this quiet. Where's the engine roar?
카론, 왜 속도를 안
Karen.
내는 거지?
Why aren't you speeding up?
밥이 없어. 내 피가 배고파해.
No food. Matthew's hungry.
잘 됐군.
Good.
분위기를 좀
We could
환기시키지.
use something to lift the mood. Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Gilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien. Yes, and I am certain it's not going to happen.
차가 움직이려면
A car
연료가
needs
필요하지.
fuel to run.
카론,
Karen,
헤드라이트를
try
좀
flashing the
바꿔봐.
headlights a bit.
무대 조명처럼.
Like stage lights.
응. 댄스 타임이야.
Dance timey.
잠깐.
Wait,
헤드라이트까지
if we do that, we're
습격받기 딱 좋은
effectively
상황이잖아요.
asking to be attacked.
그걸 노린 거군.
It appears to be the intent.
네?
Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus outside.
에이! 가진 거 다 놓고 내려.
Unfortunately, the
30초
bus runs on spinal fluid.
9.
I was expecting runs on souls, but spinal fluid also seems to line up with my expectations. Oi, leave all your stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds. 10, 9.
20이
Hey, you
빠졌잖아.
skipped 20 of them. Well, say
저
your
동안은
prayers for the
기도만
other
하고 있어라.
20.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란 사람들이 많은 건지.
I am surrounded by dullards left and right.
뭐라고 했냐?
Won't you just say?
비겁하게 습격을 하다니.
How cowardly of them to ambush us! They must be villains without a shadow of a doubt!
자, 다들 내려.
Alright, everyone. Off.
그리고 말이야.
And one more thing.
최대한 죽지 않을
We
만큼만
want
해줘.
some new dad.
알지?
Not dad. Got it. Another beyond the sleeper agent. Yeah. Chaining multiple skills with the same affinity color in the same tune will activate what's known as resonance. We've noticed. Connect these skills with the same affinities and activate resonance. Oh, it says Pride Res, Slath Res, okay. Changing to almost skills with the same resonance, the same affinity is the same in the I don't know, I'm tripping over words. Chaining to almost skills with the same affinity in the same tune will activate what is known as resonance.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 좋은 전략입니다.
Chaining 3 or more adjacent skills with the same affinity activate absolute resonance. Activating resonance slightly enhances the affected skills based on the number of skills linked in the resonance chain. Skills closer to the right end of the dashboard receive greater boost. Activating absolute resonance guarantees that every skill in the resonance chain receives the boost.
행동을 개시합니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
지금이 기회입니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
Each unit has a unique passive. Select Faust to view her
무슨
passive.
일인가요, 관리자님?
Faust's passive is a resonance passive. The conditionals for these passives can be met by activating resonance that was explained earlier. 2 times resonance deal 10% damage to units with plus 10% to okay. Please activate the resonance passive by activating resonance for the necessary affinity. Faust's passive requires 2 more pride indigo resonance.
행동을 개시합니다.
좋은 전략입니다. 순조로운 전략입니다.
지금이 기회입니다.
결정대로
Let us take a look at different types of... You know, I am actually realizing that I compared the game earlier, and now the more I play the game, the more I think that the game does have a very interesting comparison to the game Darkest Dungeon 2, at least. I haven't played Darkest Dungeon 1, but it does seem to have some comparisons. Wrathbone, Last Bleed, Slath Tramu, Gluttony Rapture, Gloom Sinking, Pride Poise, and Recharge. Ooh! It is... Oh. Let's take a look at the different type of passives. These icons in the top left corner of the screen show the list of available passives like Mersalts. I can highlight it here. The new Mersalts passive is an owned passive. Owned passives activate automatically each turn provided you have enough ego resources to meet the requirement. Is that's here. At less than 50% HP, gain 1 protection at the start of combat phase. Slath yellow. What's protection though? Use a skill to gain an ego resource corresponding to it. Since we gathered enough Slath, currently active passives will be highlighted. Both of this one and that one then. Support passives, okay. Sinews that have been sufficiently upgraded can assist the deployed sinews through support passives. Support passives, like regular passives, have resonance and owned conditionals. Executor. If the target's SP is below 0, deal 10% damage. This game has a unique take on lust, since it's more about communicating your ideas to others and connection.
표정에 따라
좋은 전략입니다. 순조로운 전략, 좋은 전략입니다.
Wait, for your Sinner
관리자님의
99%
99%
sanity,
명령과
they can either
1%
panic
제
or
실력이
corrode.
합쳐진
They can
결과였습니다.
abnormality, ego. This was 99% your brilliant leadership and 1% my competence. I think that's a compliment. Oh. Lunacy rewards for progressing the chapter, I assume? I like lunacy as a resource. Oh, panicking would cause your sinews to be uncontrollable during a fight. Corroding will tune them into the ego's abnormality and might... Ooh. I like that. That's into... Oh, wait. Wait. If I go to sinews, can I select? Team. Added team. No, wait. Maybe. Wait, what's this reward exchange? Even intro to the Yana run via the following methods: event stage and dungeon clues, mirror dungeon clues, achievement clues, and main story stage and dungeon first time clues. In the reward exchange window, you can purchase various rewards by spending intro to G Yana run you have collected. Event shop. No, I don't really fully understand this. Remaining 1 out of 1. Event shop. Nominable ego shout crate. Open to receive 1 to 3 ego shouts of sinew choice. Extraction tickets. Ooh, can be used to perform 1 extraction. I like that. 20 remaining. And yeah, okay. And recovers 60 Incaphalin when used. Okay, I think I have a good idea what that means. Oh, there's even more stuff. Wait, what's this? Identity training ticket. 1 and 3. And Ego Shout crate and thread. Used for the uptime of identities. Clue stages in the story to gain some event currency. The ego shouts are how you get materials to get IDs and ego from the dispenser. Okay, let's clear another stage. Best option is to save to purchase the event ID, then go for tickets, shout, crates, modules, thread, the next tickets, in that order. I think that makes sense to me. I think that's roughly what I expected for a priority there. We can't even choose them yet.
표정이라면 따르겠습니다.
For early game, it's nice to get some. We did the Stouter banner. And now we're currently trying to decide whether to wait for the Arknights crossover or do Pulse first. I'm a little undecided right now. You are a new player, so you can get the new player daily rewards. With a guttural noise, I need a drink before I read more. With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. A number of human shapes littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the bus began devouring those severed to it in the most literal sense, gluttonously, voraciously. Honestly, what I would expect from a bus named Mephistopheles. Ryoshu watched it with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
They
그렇지 않나요?
all look like they're out of their minds. Don't you think so too? His reactions got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? Though what I was involved in before my head's change is a mystery, I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. I accepted a few friend requests from, I assume, from people watching here in chat. And maybe they aren't so different from me. Or so I thought. When... Sinclair's head drooped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요. 맞아요.
That's right.
이건 제 선택이죠.
It was my choice. I'll get used to all this.
그렇지.
Right? He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요.
Tis what I would have done, even if the company recruited me not. Look, yon horde of evil approaches. I like Don Quixote. And a number of the characters I feel like I'm still deciding on, but I like Don and Quixote. In addition to attack skills, each unit has defense skills. Okay. Lightly tap a sinew's portrait at the bottom of the dashboard to swap their bottom skill with a defense skill. First, let's try Sinew Mirrorsalt's portrait to generate a goud skill. Use the goud skill to gain a shield equal to its power. Damage will be absorbed by the shield first. Let's just pin that. Use the goud skill to gain a shield equal to its power. Damage will be absorbed by the shield before affecting the unit's HP. Now select Faust's portrait to generate an evade. When using a evade skill, if its final power is greater than or equal to that of the enemy's skill, the unit will completely ignore the enemy's attack, taking no damage from it. Evade skills flip their coins for every enemy coin flip. Okay. Warning, if an evade type defense skill's final power is lower than the enemy's attack, it will fail into the... Okay. It's kind of all or nothing. Finally, select Sinew Heathcliff's portrait to generate a counter skill. Counter skills allow the enemy to strike first, then perform an unopposed attack against the attacker. Warning, if the unit is staggered by the enemy's attack, the counter will not activate. I like counter attacks. lightly tap the Sinner's portrait again to cancel the generated defense skill. Let us demonstrate the effects of each. Okay.
행동을 개시합니다.
And I see the counter skill has a type and all, because I mean obviously it's attacking. I can front you, but I don't think I can the second, right? I don't think I can right now. But if you send me a request, I will accept it. When used under the right circumstances, defense skills can be even more effective than clashing or attacking enemies. However, poorly timed use of these skills can put the sinners at greater risk. Wait, evade skills will continue to evade attacks if it is unbroken. Oh, that's cool. Wait, what about counters? If I use a counter and then that character is attacked by multiple enemies, does it only trigger on the first one? Only once, okay. Also, please note that the sinners will not select their defense skills unless you personally issue a direct command. Keep this in mind when using auto training of functions, which so far not really something I do. So yeah. I mean, I feel like the main time you're going to use defense skills is in a more difficult combat, and I can't imagine using an autoplay in a more difficult thing. Can I look at these? Unused gain attack power up. Oh wait, these are the same. Same as these. These are different though. Okay. Inflict 2 offense level down. Inflict paralyze. I like paralyze. Trauma burst. Let's share.
간다.
Variants like clashable counters. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not looking at the numbers much on my... I'm looking at other things like the effects and the damage type and stuff, but I'm not paying that much attention to the numbers because... it's still learning, obviously. 1 second, I think I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, my allergies have been killing me all day. Okay. So like this one, 310. Oh, 12. Attack power up. I mean, attack power up seems good. I like attack power. Let's do... Wait, those are the same. Let's do this.
규정에 따라 실행합니다. 판단을 부탁합니다.
쉽네.
Just realized there's something I should do. If you're watching right now and you're enjoying, putting a like on the stream would be greatly appreciated and helps the stream out a lot. Okay. So 411. Whoa, wait, what was that one? 22? Turn 22 what? Phew. Turn 34? Turn 17. 826. Okay, yeah.
시작한다. 쉽네.
Oh, I mean, didn't really need those high numbers, and I think we killed them a little early there.
보여? 마구잡이로 때려 부숴놨지.
Manager level increased. Level 2. Lunacy 3720. Oh, and here's my Inca Fallen and all, okay. I think I have time for one more. Oh yes, I can accept that. I think I have time for one more level.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
The modules are used to enter something called mirror dungeons, Lexes, and story dungeons. I've been okay. Here's something I've been thinking about. I've been pronouncing IDs as IDs. Is it id or ID? Or is there even a consensus? Because I don't know. I could see it being id because ego and id, but I could see it being ID, like identification. And greetings. Oh look, Eugene Jones. Greetings.
그대 드디어
sure. Oh wait, is that, well, confirm access the menu, and I think of it as confirming. Oh, and what's wait? Okay, let's do another
나는 그저 서 있을
of these
뿐이었어.
before I run out of time. It's pronounced IT? Tune any remaining uncaphalin into modules. Okay, wait, how do I do that? I go... Okay, I see. That's clear to me. Okay. We'll do one more before we call it, though. And I think from how popular this has been, I'm almost No, I'm sure we will be playing this game again. Either tomorrow, though I'm not. Tomorrow I currently have as a sort of wild card. We may stream, we may not. It kind of depends on what's going on tomorrow for me. If not, we'll get to it sometime next week. Because the last stream of the week is already accounted for, so we can. Oh, we get to choose now. I want.
좋아.
I'm
펴보자고.
honestly, I'm sure the better thing would be to actually check some of the details about this, but I'm going with ones that I've actually gotten higher things than the base tiers, I think. It just seems good.
혈기분들이 퀘스트.
네, 출발하죠.
To battle onwards.
손쉽죠. 배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제더라. 기계 땅으로
Oh right. A moment too late. Wait. No, I don't even know how to leave this. Okay, yeah, we'll do it next time. Gee, when was the last time I had a feast? Even a big blacky machine eats better than we do.
제공되는 식사는 모두 정량이에요.
Do mind that all the meals are provided with appropriately determined quantities.
그 정도 먹어서는 기운이 안 난단
It's
말이야.
not nearly enough to get me going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" In the distance, but Radia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요.
Ah,
코퍼레이션에서 추출했던
it's
에너지죠.
Inkapalin, an energy resource lobotomy corporation treatment. Yes, I remember creating Inkapalin.
이전 엘사 말이군요. 특이점으로 에너지를 생산하는
The
회사라고
previous
들었어요.
alcove?
엘사가 몰락한 지금은
You mean the
자네밖에
previous
남지 않았지만
alcove? I heard it produced energy using its singularity, though all that remains of the company now is rubble.
맞아요.
That's
그래서
right,
지금은 구하기가
which is why
꽤
it's
힘들어요.
become a rarity these days.
하지만
However,
메피스토펠레스는
Mephistopheles is
신체에서
capable of
엔케팔린을
forcibly
강제로
extracting
추출할 수 있죠.
Inkapalin from the body. The body? I posed a question watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the maw of the bus in return. Correct. Inkapalin can only be extracted from the brain and the spinal nerves. It can be taken from live subjects for greater efficiency. Oh, wow. Hey. Fantastic. It's been around 6 months since the end of Lobotomy Corporation. I think a character in this canto mentions the time. Okay. What an innovative mass. Green energy, yeah. Helps with overpopulation. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay, and
그럼 해당 부위만 먹여도
if why the
되는 거
rest
아니야?
of their body is what you're
Nadia,
thinking, there is a point as their blood and flesh can be processed into fuel,
엔케팔린이
while
식용과
Inkapalin
추적을
is
위해서
used to
필요하다면
generate ignition and
나머지
thrust.
생산물질은 순환할
The
때
remaining
사용돼서
organic matter is spent on maintaining
엔케팔린이
speed,
되도록 천천히 소모되게
thus
하기 위한
reducing
설계죠.
Inkapalin's usage.
하이브리드요.
hybrid. Faust went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own, but most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. I got that it's half woke at least.
뭘요?
Don't mention it.
고생하지 않는답니다.
Faust knows no struggle.
고생은 우리가 하고 있지. 이봐, 관리자 양반 또 온다고.
If anyone's doing the heavy lifting, it'd be us. Hey, manager, bud, mowing coming. Best white romantic. Indeed. Adjusting density of information on the screen during combat and okay. The maximum information display configuration. I think I might want to toy with the get a feel for. Let's just feel how see how mid feels. Okay, let's look at this really quick. So this is gain 3.
서류는 다 제출했을 텐데.
Gain 3 aggro. I assume that's like in focused encounters, slots with higher aggro values are more likely to be targeted. Okay, so bit of a tank sort of thing. Again, defense level up, clash win, gain trauma. Gain aggro. Okay, so okay, real tanky stuff there. Cool.
지금 바쁜데. 용건만 빨리.
I actually really like the design here. Trauma, charge count, inflict, add 3+ trauma, reuse the coin.
무기에 묻은
Oh,
피좀
whoa.
닦아야겠어요.
Look at, okay, these character designs are nice. A pretty bowing skill right there. And hit inflict 1 rapture. Okay. And hit and inflict 2 rapture. Hooray! He's not gonna be part of the 90% of B-Moon players who don't read. I actually really appreciate you saying that, because sometimes in these sorts of games I get worried when I take time to read abilities that it might be getting like more boring for a streaming perspective, whereas I do like to know what I'm doing.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
지금은 조금 바쁩니다.
Gain charge, spend charge. Okay. I went to this one. Gain a foe charge. Yes, let's do that. That's the same, doesn't matter. That's the same and that's the same. Okay.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
제대로 찝었군.
Okay. Wait. So, this cares about... No, wait. No, wait. What was it? Something cared about. So this cares about at 3 times charge. I want to see. Okay, I can just look down there and see. That I have 3 charge. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Reading, what's that? And hit one other ally with defense level up plan. Wait. Okay, we'll do that. Wait, how many charge count do you
지금 조금
have?
바쁜다.
You don't have any, do you? The characters don't. Let's do this. No, that one.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
이 틈에 제 뒤로 위험인물 해제.
Is P into autoplay? We're going to go there. Aggro there. Charge. Spend charge there.
사냥 시작.
한 건 했고.
이 틈에 제 뒤로.
완전한 침묵. 완전한 침묵.
P is that to select the best skills into is to select. I could see doing that at some point, but I want to at the very least have a firmer grasp on systems for, and I could see doing it on the bowing battles at some point, but not nearly every battle, because part of what even makes strategy. I don't like using autoplay too much. It takes the fun out of things. You can also hold left click during an ego cutscene to speed up the animation. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Yes, but yeah, if anyone wants to send friend request, feel free. Claim the free lunacy on the top right. Wait, the top right? Oh, was it the top right up here? Yep. Boom. There's one you can check out other. I think I'll do that, but probably off stream. There's actually some stuff I have to get to after the stream and related to the stream today. Have to get some stuff done. Do not check other people's profile. 50. Okay. Anyways, I am at this point, I think, certain that we will do another stream of this. If either tomorrow or next week, it's like a flip a coin, a 50% chance we'll do it tomorrow. Not a super high chance, but not a low chance either, an even chance. last stream of this week in case anyone cares, as I'm starting my modded Stardew Valley game play at the end of the week. After that on Sunday. Yeah. And we'll be playing more of this and more of other things. I had a lot of fun today. This was quite interesting. And anything else? The Project Moon Sleeper Agents will guide you on your journey through the horrors of Limbus Company. I'm also still conflicted on what to do about our lobotomy cope playthrough, whether we should continue that sometime or if it's even salvageable. I don't know. Maybe I should sometime do something to show what this is. Yeah. Anyways, I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, as always, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.